Hey guys, it's Will. So we got to get into this Big Bear AI stock. Do you guys see what happened today? So we started covering Big Bear AI, an AI company focused on processing large amounts of data for entry points into the US as well as international airports like Denver. You got New York airports, Heathrow to scan your face while you're going through security. You guys seen that? So we started covering this back in November. It was under $2 a share. And it's really had this consistent uptrend. Look at that. It had a high of $4.50. We see it continue to keep this trend and sell back down from $5.30. And then look at this. Ooh, today we see it push up to $7.50. That is doing good. We made some money over in our Schwab account. And Big Bear AI, again, one we've been covering for a while, it has now almost 4x'd. I think it's over 4x'd from when we started covering it. And so today we see a surge about 48%. What a day for Big Bear AI. There's a lot of reasons why we've seen it really start to gain momentum. You can see the past few days it started to hold above this moving average and then absolutely crush it as it entered the day. Shot up to $7.54 before selling down to what is now $7.28. So what's the reason for this 48% increase? Well, there's a couple things we got going on. They have some contracts with Army. We have some contracts with Department of Defense. But you know what is the probably biggest thing that they've seen happen outside of this new Department of Defense contract is that they have this new CEO that is going to play a key role in developing partnerships with them. So you can see this is a leading provider of AI powered decision intelligence solutions for defense and national security, has been awarded a contract by Department of Defense Artificial Intelligence Office to advance Big Bear AI's virtual anticipation network and prototype. This initiative will support the CDAO and Office of the Secretary of Defense by leveraging custom AI models to better assess news media originating in countries that are potential foreign adversaries. That's interesting. So they're taking kind of a news article approach here. We know that they are more in the airport security and processing data in the borders, but that's a big deal. So when we're looking at the text of that company that they just released and with new partnerships, it poses the question, what is the overall picture for Big Bear and what do we see here in the near term and long term? Well, when we look at our three-step analysis, which is the market, the analysis, and then the plan, the profit that we could see here in the future, or the risk, there's a few things that stand out to me. The first thing, in the market, we know that they're growing in this market of cybersecurity, in a market of border patrol, especially with new administrative policy, and in the market with this policy. One thing that's going to affect the changes in Big Bear is going to be this new CEO of Big Bear, Kevin McAleenan, who was the owner CEO of one of the companies, Pangiam, that was bought by Big Bear AI. And before being the CEO, this individual was someone that worked in the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and worked in he was the acting secretary of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and also in U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So that's going to be right down the alley of where Big Bear is positioning themselves. You saw that they were partnered and using some Palantir technology. That's going to be a big deal. But you could also see during that first Trump administration before founding Pangiam was when that was. So it's possible that will play a role into the next phase of the company's growth. And you can see that they kind of tout their cutting edge AI technologies to the market. So what does this mean in the near term? Markets expected to grow, especially with the economic and political policies that we're anticipating. Technical wise, we could see that this growth has been pretty significant. It's up there now, going up to $7.60. I'd expect some correction. It would be healthy to see previous resistance around $5 to $6 be that level that it drops down to kind of act as a support. I don't think that would be too crazy to see it drop down to this level. And a lot of times that previous resistance will act as a support if it's going to continue up. Technical side, again, a little overextended. We'd love to see it just rocket straight up, but most likely we'll see a sell off. We'll be looking in the technical side for some crossover on the MACD and the RSI. On top of that, we're going to be looking at the other piece of the analysis, which is the news. We know that they got a lot of contracts that are related to military, that are related to Department of Defense, and they got that big Army contract as well. If you go to their news and you check out some of their recent press releases, today they won that Department of Defense contract. They also got awarded kind of an on-demand contract for the government that includes some U.S. Department of Navy seaport. You can see them working with federal, civilian, and defense agencies. So that's going to be a big thing here in the coming 2025 crackdown of most likely some security on the U.S., but also you can see Department of the Air Force as well. That's kind of a cyber resilient. I think it's huge. They're going to have a lot of one of the fundamentals as well is they're going to have a lot of pressure now on their financials. And if you look at their financials in the nutshell, we've seen that their financials were looking good when you just look at the revenue, right? We're talking about $30 to $50 million in revenue. Year over year was up 22%. The worrying thing for some people was that net income. You can see it was up 30% that quarter before, but it's been volatile, down negative 300% and then down negative 400%. But to see that improve would be good because there was one here, 125 million. See, that's down to negative 12 million. Part of that was that they were paying off a lot of the debt that they had aggressively. This company has been around since 1988. It's not a new startup. We're talking about a company that has been operating and most likely will be able to continue operations. There's no sign that this would be a time that they would maybe not grow, that they would recess. No, this is actually a time when they're most likely to grow out of probably all of the times in their existence as a company. Right now, to be in the AI space right now would be, one of the keys to their growth. And net change in cash, you can see that it's not the prettiest. You'd like to see them clean them up a little bit, but to see the net income or the revenue increasing is a really good sign, up 22% year over year there, which is good. So with the market growth, you can see some of these technicals. I'm expecting to continue to hold some of BigBear.AI and also to trade some of these swings. It's been so consistent. This is one of the big growths, the big spurts we've seen. I want to see if there's any sell-offs down to this level. As we said, be a great thing to play in the short term. We go live every day at Market Open inside of StockMate. If you guys would like to see me trade live, we're going to be looking at some entries and seeing if opportunities present themselves at Market Open tomorrow. If you'd like to join me, it's that second link down below. We have this great sale there. It's not going to get too much better than this. I'd love for you guys to check that link and see you at Market Open tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, do hit that like button and consider subscribing. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care.